the string. Okay, let's review what I have in my plans for today. Okay, I have created a very simple model yesterday and plan to expand it today. So we'll plan to add version number for compare and set operations. Not sure whether I will need it, at least very fast, but okay, let's try doing this. And I think we'll start with this part. So what I'm going to do here is test whether I can use asynchronous tests for the SQL. Okay, where is my test? Right now each test run yeah. We have a service setting test, so it runs only it just runs. And async, this part of async means that it runs only it can run together with some other files. Some other files do not touch any database. So let's just copy it. Test fixes. Okay. We'll do this and let's run our tests. This test. Okay, it seems there is no conflicts. Okay. Settings one. We'll add some. Okay, it's just new file here. We'll copy paste it and rename the module. Let's try running the tests again. Okay, and we have 38 tests, and now after duplication we have 46 tests. Okay, so it seems that they do not conflict inside the modules does not conflict. So it seems that our SQL how is it called? We have some extra configuration for our okay, we have this pool of connections. So what does it do? It usually wraps each test in transaction. Okay, so this mode is nicely supported by PostgreSQL things. So what does it do? So before each test we ask for connection, and the next we need to share this connection for each process that wants to access our database. So for the test we start a transaction and do everything what's going on inside the test inside this transaction, and after the test the transaction is rolled back. Okay, so it seems that this part is supported by PostgreSQL and something like that. I'm not sure that it works nice with SQLite thing. So far it works, but I'm not sure whether it will work in future in some expected format. Let's check. SQLite. We have this. Okay. And we have some limitations information. Check SQLite does not support async tests when used with this. This is due allowing up one transaction at a time, which often doesn't work with sandbox approach of wrapping each test and transaction. So it doesn't support async tests. So this means that each file with our that touches somehow the database should be sync. So the test it should run only one file at a time. And I'm not sure that it is a nice idea. Okay, let's see how to work with this. So basically we don't have any transactions right now. Let me check the implementation, but I'm sure that there is no transactions right now. And then we have it inside our lib, Elixir Home, and service settings. Okay, service settings here. Okay, we have some wrappers. We have a function to list every setting, all settings. Get settings by ID. Create setting. It has no transaction right now. And yeah. Okay, there is no transactions. That's why it works. But if we want to add some transactions, it possibly will fail. Interesting. Will it just fail or do something else? And let's see how it is implemented. Transaction, possibly we will have something. Okay, we have a connection, connect, disconnect, checkout. Okay, we have some proxy here. New proxy. What is proxy here? Proxy, 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 proxy. Okay, it's our function. Start owner, stop owner, and checks the connection. Okay, sandbox when the connection is wrapped in transaction. Okay, here we asking for some connection. Okay, so we run some query, send transaction isolation level, thing check-in. Interesting. So basically, this means that we will not be able to possibly run nested transaction. From check-in, actors already committed, rollback. Okay. So I want to do something with this, and what it will be. So our plan will contain some extra step, and it will be create a temporary folder for each test. Okay. Okay. So we will create some temporary folders for each test. The next thing we will copy just everything that we have, create temporary folder for each test. Okay, the next thing will be copy database files to temporary folder. Okay, after it I will force tests to use a dynamic repo. Okay, dynamic repo. Okay, the next I will customize the dynamic repo thing. Okay, after it I will need to trigger test mode for the migrations. What does it mean? Generally, if we will point to the new version of our database every time, then what I mean. So what we will do by those things? At first we will create a temporary folder for each test. It should have the same file layout as our application. Okay, so there will be file structure, folder structure, and so on. So it will be a folder for the database, it will be a folder for music files, and some possibly for logs and some other things. So yeah, each test will should reproduce the same location. Okay. Use test name as base for test folder. Okay. Okay. So I will create this and copy. I will create a test folder for each test and copy the database file there. So the general plan is to migrate the test database to have it prepared before the tests and just copy those files. As we have seen, we have a couple of files for a database. Okay. I'm not sure that I understand which files do we have. At least this file is unknown for me. I'm not sure that I can Google it, but okay. So it's our actual database file. This is write ahead log. So each operation or each modification to the database is written previously to this journal or log file, and after it is applied to our database itself. Okay, it seems that SHM file is this binary thing. Okay, it contains single line with, I don't know, with some data. SQLite format 3. We have file format. It starts with SQLite format 3, and binary data. Possibly it is filled with zeros. Okay, it is filled with zeros, and we have some data. Okay, and write ahead log. It has also some heading and some unknown data. We have ASDF inside it. This is right. Okay. This HM file, shared memory. Okay. Okay, so it's like a shared memory. So okay, so it's shared memory for WALF file and possibly the database itself. Okay, understand this. So possibly we should just copy all the related files to a new folder. I plan to create a folder with a test name. So this will help us to have everything that we need during the tests. Each test can run in isolation without any external transactions or something like that, because SQLite just allows this. Let me check the memory consumption by those files. Yes. Okay, and data TB. Okay, it's quite tiny file. Right now it's very tiny. So I don't plan to have too much data. Possibly it will add blame database for the tests, and each test will fill it with some data. So it will contain all the schema. So copying should be rather fast. Okay. It will depend on the hardware, SSDs or some kind of other things will be fast, and it will be slightly it will take slightly more time on hard disk drives, simple magnetic, or okay, I'm not sure. I don't remember how to call them in English. Okay. Next thing, I will need to force our tests to use a dynamic repo. So basically start a dynamic repo. Okay, so I will start a dynamic database for each test, and we'll use our thing, how did I call this? I called this test registry, possibly. Okay, I will be using test registry to share this configuration. Okay. Okay, so this will be closely related. And the last thing, I will need to trigger whether tests are running in the test mode or from some outside things. This means if our test will share the information about, so each test will have own database instance, but inside migration I need to use a global database instance. So we'll need to configure where should we run our tests. Okay. Where, what database to use? Generally, I think I will be using the same persistent term module. Okay, so if the flag inside this persistent term is or some switch is used during the tests, then we should use a dynamic repo. Otherwise, I will be using a general repository. So let's start. Create temporary folder for each test. Okay. We'll create a temporary folder for each test. And let me check. Interesting. Let's make it quite easy right now. Possibly we'll update it in future, but okay. We have config, we have a test configuration. We can extract the database path here. Okay. Let me check. Create temporary folder for each test. We have some tests. We have some tests and indent. Let me check. We have a data case. I think I will start creating temporary folder only for data case tests. We have this and indent. We have fixtures, we have hooks. Let's create a file. Okay, file manager X. Okay. Let me check. We have a repo here. Use actor repo. Repo, where is our using thing? Using. Okay, we start to implement maybe here adding OTP app. Okay, we extract it from our module adapter. So we taken OTP application. In our case, it is Elixir Home. Okay, some extra adapter options. Okay. Looking through behaviors. Okay. Returning them. So we have a TP up. I think we will use it somewhere inside our module. Okay. Okay. We have a runtime config. Runtime config, application getIn, TP up, and repo. Okay. So we are taking this. So taking a runtime config here. I'm trying to init a repo for it. Okay. So basically we're taking some information. Okay, back to repo supervisor, runtime, module 4, module, etc. Let's check. Let's start our server and see what we will get. Repo supervisor, runtime config, and runtime, Elixir Home, okay, and the last argument is empty list. Expected from Elixir module dot access home. Okay. Okay, wrong order. So this should be the second argument, and it should be okay. We have telemetry prefix, database, location, full size, and so on. Okay. Okay. Let's work with it. Let's work with it. Moving to my configuration. We have configuration for dev, prod. Okay. Let's move to this config and add some extra document, some extra options. Interesting. Just thinking. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we just collecting my thoughts before doing something. What should I do? I should create a new folder. Okay. Let's do it. We have a data case. Okay. Let's run our test in a debug mode. Okay, tags, we have async true, we have file location, we have test thing. Okay, make sure that it will work. Test. Okay, it works. It works, and tags test, and piping it into the atom to string. Okay. Okay. We'll be taking this thing, and I should possibly replace it with some extra or we'll not do this just for now. And folder test folder name will be tags test. Okay. System temp okay. Pass join system temporary dir. It seems it, if I'm correct, it accepts a list of things. System temp dir and test folder name. Possibly just tags. New pass will be this, and system create or file dir. Okay, dir new pass. Let's try it. Okay, and atom to string. Okay. Let's see how it will work. Okay, we pass. Okay, we pass, and file dir. Let's dir this, and you pass. Okay, and what does it mean? Okay. Right here. Okay, dir dot p. Okay. So interesting. You pass join this, will do this, and instead of this, we do this parents. Okay. It seems that this thing is considered as another folder, but actually it is not. I think I need to do something with it. Tags, do we have something Okay, we have a case. We have a case thing. Okay. Come to string takes case. Okay. Possibly I will prefix it. Okay. Module and we'll just run like this. Elixir format. Run format this thing. Yeah. New pass. New pass is like this. And to stream. Okay. Let's move to cd tmp elixir. Okay. Resetting test. Okay, so this is considered as a folder. Okay. It seems that it will not work as intended. We'll add some spacing here. And new pass. Okay. It will be pass. Okay. Let's move it to the file manager. Dev module file. Let me check. Access. Test file. Test file. Test file utils. Okay. Test file utils. Okay. We'll rename it. Test file utils. What it will do. What I will do now is to Replies. Thank you. Thank you. If you have any questions, I will be glad to answer them. Let's sanitize. Sanitize. Okay, dev sanitize folder name. Okay, and then this button and okay. Okay, so we'll just return button to stream, button to stream name, okay. At least for now. And we'll create another function generate test folder for tags for test tags. Okay, do and generate test folder and so parent folder name is sanitize folder name tags do. Okay, and test folder name the same but test. Okay, okay, it's unused. And test folder test pass. Okay, it will be pass join system temporary directory, the next folder name and test folder name. Okay, creating it and return a test pass. Okay. Variable new pass. Okay. It's test pass. Okay, so it's a test pass and returning it to someone who will call it. And yes, interesting. I think I will move it to Elixir home test. Okay. Will be just file details. File details. Okay. Test Elixir home test file details. Generate test folder from text. Okay. Test pass. Taking this, written a test pass here, and let's look at our clone case. Okay, building connection. will be using this thing. It will allow myself the test process to work on this. Okay. The next thing is this. Okay. We'll create a folder. Test registry. Test registry. Put okay. Test registry. Test registry. Get service. Allow. Start service. Start service. Allow. Get parent. Allow. Okay. What is start service? Start service. Okay. Here using put service module and PID. Okay. I see anything. We'll use it. It will also use it. And start service and there. Start service. Put here. Put. Get. Where do we get service? Okay. Okay. We have a get and put. Okay. If have here start service and get service. Okay, get parent, get service. So what I will need here is to put some configuration. Put config. Okay, and key value. And okay. Put and create. And do we use put here? Put. Okay. Service module. And will be config key and value. Key will be any and value will also be and I need to add a get config. Get create config. Config for and key will be me and will return get config for key. So let's just refactor a little bit. We'll move the things around. Questions. Okay. We have put and get. Okay, we have a put config and get config. And we have start service and get service. To start service and we'll move it beneath the start service. Get parent and so on. Let's move to our test file details. Okay. And we'll do something. Test file Elixir Home test. Test registry. Put config. Put config. New. Okay. And test pass. Okay. So it should work. And after it, I need to x unit x on exit. On exit. So I should file run ref. Interesting. I need just remove a test folder name. Folder name. Okay. It will be dropped after the test is ready. Okay. I think I will make it private, at least for now. If get test folder Okay, access home test test registry get config audio. Okay. Okay. And let's try using it. Test file details get test folder. Okay, we have a test folder. Get temporary folder. Okay. Possibly I should add some extra uh, we'll add some extra prefix. Have added extra prefix and okay. Let's add some type spec. Specification. It will be generate test folder and keyword T. And it will return like this. Create test folder. This get test folder. It doesn't accept anything and returns a string. Okay. So let's proceed to testing. Okay. It has this name. Result. If you like this and regex replace okay, regex replace. Okay, I think it should be something like this. Result and will replace with some extra data. Okay, so what I will replace? I will replace all non-word characters with such thing. String and will be like this, and I think will be this. Checks replace and number characters. Name is just underscore. Let's see. Okay. Access home test. File utils. Get test folder. Okay. So we have tmp with folder for all tests. Access home test. Next thing is Elixir access home service settings test. Okay, test service settings, create settings. 1. Use invalid data, return server change set. Okay. There possibly will be some conflicts. So let's see. And okay, we have a file module. We have a file module here. Oh dear. Okay. Possibly exists. Yes. File exists. Pass. Okay. File exists and some options. File exists test pass. Okay. This. Folder. Test pass. Exists. One. Okay. Let's do it like this. Interesting. Let's remove our and and failures. Let me think whether it will be an error. So this will mean that we are using possibly I should generate some unique hash test for the main. We'll sanitize it, and we have fixtures, and unique. Okay. Use test folder for storing socket PV. Okay. Computer. Let me check how we did work with this for our socket location. Clear, start unsupervised with some socket path. Interesting. UID generate. It will be much safer. Those it will be a longer string, but that's okay. Just attaching some random UID at the end of the file, at the end of the location. Okay. Generating test folder. Okay. We have these two, and we fucked up a little bit our test registry. We will format some files. Format. We'll commit the changes. Okay. The function call will not succeed. Okay. So not it, but yeah, the changes too. So both map and keyword list accepts. Okay, works nice with access behavior. This means that we can use this kind of notation with both keyword lists and and maps too. Okay. Very verbose name. Okay. Five and for each data case. Market is done. Use a test name. Okay. Copy database files to a temporary folder. Okay. We'll create generate test folder and we'll just use and def copy database test folder. Copy database to test folder. And okay. Let's see. We have our data case. It should be happy because I removed the thing that made it angry. Okay. Generating test folder, and then we'll do like copy database to test folder. Okay, what I will do, get test folder. It will be like get test folder. It will be destination. Okay. Let's see. I think I will extend our configuration a little bit and we'll add config access home and add folder. Okay, let's name it like this. And it will be our expand. Okay. Okay. And we're moving back to one level. Next thing will be data, and yeah. So here will be our root folder. Okay. And the okay. Okay. Where we'll use it? We will use it in some places. And okay. We'll join this and it just of application file and Elixir Home root, how did I call it? Root folder. Okay. It possibly will return a list, but okay. The next thing I will be doing like this. db okay, and split it to values. Possibly we have config okay, action. Will this work? Doesn't complain anymore. So let's see. We have this inside our dev file. And in prod we will complain. Will we complain if there is no root folder? I think no. In runtime, database, there is no database for test. Not sure. We'll start the server. Okay, root folder, because the application was not loaded, not configured. Okay, let's create a variable for this. Root folder. Let me check if we export some variable. Root folder. will be something. Let it be ASD. And we are importing some extra file. Okay. You inspect folder. Let's see what will be. Variable does not exist. Okay. So this will not work. It will not work. Okay. Let's add some file here. Okay. Application file length. Elixir home. Elixir home and okay. And we have nothing. Interesting. Okay, if we let's try Elixir home repo. There is no such configuration yet. Okay. It's right now, not Elixir. Okay. Have a root folder. Have a root folder here, so we are not able to take this thing here. And that is nice. That is quite nice. Why? Because I will move the thing to our runtime configuration. And I'm not sure that migrator starts our application. That variable configuration is only stored after the whole file is read. So when we include something like the things edit, this seems to only work in the same file. It doesn't really solve my problem. Do we have something helpful here? Place map zero up, value. So SDF will be this. Okay. Possibly it will complain. Okay, I won't be able to use it. I won't be able to use it like this because our main configuration is not compiled or configured yet. Good for now. Let's check our runtime configuration. I think we will inspect application code get Elixir Home. Okay, let's start our application and read lots of things. Not so much, but okay, it's more than nothing. Okay, so our environment is ready here. Okay, understand this. So the next step is to run some migrations. Okay, okay. We have mix to migrate and it works. So this is launched before our code is okay. Hi, thanks for joining. I'm not sure that you are present right now, but thanks for your message. Okay. Config env equals prod and some extra data. Okay, so database. Let's try. I'm not sure that I see that we have 2 viewers and not sure that it was you who written the message, but nice to see you too. Okay. Okay. We have our configuration. And what I will do here, I will config access. Okay, and vector. Oh no, not vector, but access home. Okay, and let's borrow three things. Database. What it will do? It will do something like this. So I will remove. Okay. I will add some extra configuration with base name, possibly something like this. With the base name, it will be dev db. Okay, and update our test. I think with something like this too. Okay. Okay, so instead of dev, it will be test. We have devdb and testdb. So our application should not start. Okay. Okay, is not ready to start. So database, connect database memory. Could not, the database does not exist, schema migrations, and so on. So it is not created. Let's see. And okay, what I will do, I will create a root folder. Thanks. Okay, root folder will be application get. Okay, it will be root10. It will be 10th access home root folder. Root folder. Okay. Hello. It's root folder. Let's see. Okay. And this line, there's a symbol, conic, typo, config, configuration. Okay, we have looping, root folder. Have taken root folder, so instead of it, I will be using class drawing and folder and db. Okay, and application get inf access. Okay. Okay, let's name it like this. So we have a root folder and database name will be application get access home access home repo, and possibly I will just add some debugger to see what it will return. The typo. Does it work? I mean, okay. Okay, database name. Database name. Can we put in much on it? Database name equals database name. Okay. So I will need a keyword get. Keyword get. Okay. And it will be database name. So keyword get database name. Okay. And database name. Okay. So it should work. So we have host port config if our configuration is production. Okay, let's see it out production file. Do we have something related to the database? No, there is nothing related to the database. There is nothing related to the database. Okay. Possibly we should I don't know. So let's make it like this. Let's make it like this for now. So where will we use this thing? Too much things. We are doing copy database to temporary folder. Okay. What is our data? Here is our data. So test value utils. We have a breakpoint. Okay. Where am I? Where am I? Okay, I'm here. Destination. Okay, it's our destination where we should store our database file. And our database location. Database location is access home and folder. Okay. So yeah, we have a root folder here. Root folder. It will be this. Next thing will be will be application get and access home repo. Okay. Import get. We have a get. Sure, possibly we have a fetch. Keyword fetch and database. Okay. Let's run it again. Okay. Database location. We have a database location, we have a root folder. Okay. And we have a destination. So what we need? We need to replace this part of our path with this. And path with relative, no, path relative to indent path relative to, I'm not sure about this. Let's see the documentation for it. Relative to, okay, path relative to the first argument here is our database location. Another one will be root folder. Okay. Okay. Destination will be class join get test folder. Okay. Data sets list of options and get test folder and then class relative to. Relative to this relative no, not this, relative to, and it will be pass database location to root folder. Okay. So we have a database location and destination. Okay, So what we will do, we will copy all the files. Interesting. Actually, we need to copy all the files, not just a single one. Okay. So as we see in our expand database location. So we have multiple files and we need to copy them all. It's not a database location, it's pass. Module for pass. We have absolute name, base name, dear name. Let's see. Pass name. Dear name. Okay. So database location, destination, the location. Possibly we'll rename it in future DB instead of database. Some extra data. Okay. Huge TP folder will be pass the name for our destination database location. Okay. Pass your name database location. Okay. And destination. Okay, we have like this. So we have a database location and future database folder. So we need to file. Let's see about file copy. File copy source destination. It can be a pass T or a device or something like that. Pass T. Okay. What about wildcards? The majority wildcard. So copy wildcard. Okay. And what about expand? The majority of functions do not interact with file system, except to wildcard and expand. Okay, and wildcard here is key too. Okay. Pass wildcard for and okay. It will be our DB location. And something like this. Okay. location. Do we have db? Let's run it. E plus x plus wildcard, and it will be our db location. Okay, db location and this. Okay, so we will have 3 files. Okay. The location, so for file in pass wildcard db location and okay, so for each file on this thing we will need to pass our copy. Okay. I will copy the file from database location, not from file. Okay, it's our source. Another thing is our destination database location. Okay, we'll copy it and no, not here, but here. Destination future database folder. Okay. And system list possibly file list. No. Oh, how to list files. Possibly we can ls. Okay, we can just use ls for this. ls and you of our old files. Okay. We have listed file, the file module. Okay, let's see. List. This. Oh. Where is our functions? cd, copy, cp, dir. Don't need it. ls. Okay. Seems like we have ls. This. Okay. This future database folder. So it's not a directory. Okay. It's true. and dir is dir p database location creating list. It failed. Why? Could not copy from to. Could not copy the file to some other location. Okay. Why? So I will not be able to copy it to a folder. Let's see. Copy the contents, both parameters, open if file destination. Okay. Need to add some file. Okay. Root folder is where our database is located. Okay. Destination location. I get a test folder here. Let's remove this a little bit. Okay. Destination database location. Okay. Database location. Okay, I have created a future database folder. Taken. Okay. Source DB folder. Okay, it will be the name source DB folder. Source. I will rename it. So we think is our source DB. So it will be source DB. Source DB and okay. Destination database location. It will be destination DB. Source database folder. Okay. Destination database folder. Database folder. Okay. Profile in database location and source DB. Okay, so I will copy file name will be pass relative to it will be our file and source database folder. Okay, so I will copy a file to pass relative to not relative to codes. Okay. So this is our file related to our database. Okay, I have extracted the file name and will create a destination will be pass in, and let's see a help for it. Okay, we'll use this thing so it can accept a list of things or just two values. Yeah. Let's join like this. Okay, so it will be destination database folder and file. Okay, and destination. So yeah, it should work now. It didn't work. What? File could not copy from this file to large thing. db access home test db illegal operation on a directory. Why? Okay, let's move to tmp access home test settings. Okay, let's just move to it. Press Elixir. Okay. Okay. And let's run our tests again. So they will fail. Let's see. Settings. One. Settings. One. Test service settings. One. Ah, okay. Change cd listing cd db. Okay. Okay. So it is the folder. Why it is a folder? Okay. Destination db folder. Destination database folder. So it should work now. Then okay. And now okay. File ls and destination database folder. Okay. What? Okay. I have listed it in the okay. So we have 3 files inside the destination database folder as expected. Okay, and that is nice. So what I will do, I will I need to start some something. Okay, I will start a new repo here. And let's see. Dynamic repo. Okay, div module, my app repo, and how to start it. Testing. Okay, I will do it like my app repo start link with some name. I think it should be omitted. And how to stop it. Starting link, repo, after, put dynamic repo, supervisor stop, repo. Okay, supervisor, and who is, okay. So let's do it. And my app repo, let's start a dynamic repo, and Elixir Home repo, start link, okay, we'll start link, we'll refactor this thing a little bit. I think I will add some point. Refactor file utils. Okay. Okay. Let's see. We have access. We need to get a configuration for our repository. So what we will do here is to return destination database. Copy database to test folder. Spec copy database to test folder. Okay, and it will return string t. It's our database location. Let's move to our data case. Copy database to test folder. View be file. Okay. Let's do this. DB file. Okay. It's our database file. And application get env Elixir home. Okay, we have it like this, and there is no name. Okay, and I should set an empty name. nil. Just otherwise it will tries to start XS a process with a name XS home repo, or like this in our example, and it will conflict with existing repo. So okay, let's pick the thing. Okay, let's pick the thing, and it will be config. Okay, config. The next thing I will okay, repo. Okay, repo will be access home repo start link. This will be config. Okay, config will be like this, and keyboard merge will merge it with other keyboard list with database like new database file, and db feed. So it's our new database file. Okay, and name will be new. Okay, let's format it. Okay, starting a new repo. Okay. Let's try starting it again. Okay, repo. Okay, we have started a repo, and db config is this. So database name, we borrowed it from previous from our configuration. It has a name of nil, and location is, and our database is located here. Okay. And on exit, I will need to stop our repo. Supervisor stop repo. Supervisor stop repo. Okay. Okay, repo. Access home, put access home, repo, put dynamic repo. Okay, we have it like this. I think I will add this line, access home repo, put dynamic repo. Okay. So what does it mean? That our repository will be inside our test folder. Let's check the thing, and then let's add some try here. And what I will do, we will inspect and then db config. I'm not sure, possibly otherwise this this variable will not be captured inside our lambda. Let's see. Okay. The process. What? Okay. Let's leave it as this for now. So what I wanted to do is to check that we actually use our repo. Okay. Access home repo query. Okay, so it works. And so I'm not sure how to list the databases with SQLite via our command line while query, not from CLI. Okay. So, okay. Let's create a db utils x. Okay. db utils new access home first db utils. Okay. Database utils. What I will do here, and I will create a function to start database. Start db. Start test db. And okay. Start test database. So what I will need to do here. Okay. We'll just remove this here. And access home test db utils. db utils and start test db. Okay, we'll do it like this. X unit callbacks. Okay. New db file. Okay. Okay. Let's format this file. Okay, it is formatted. So what I will do now is okay. Remove this. Let's see about our file view. Okay, we have test file utils. Test db utils. Okay, let's rename this. And okay, test db utils. So we'll update our data case. Test. And where is our test file utils? Test file utils. Test db utils. Okay. I'm generating test folder and I'm starting a test database. Okay. Let's run our tests. What does complain? File utils is not available. Test file utils. Okay. And now process. No such process. Possibly because the application is not started. Why? I have an idea about this. Possibly it's a wrong order of our launches and other stuff. Okay, we have a generate test folder. And okay. So we are deleting test folder name. Okay. We are deleting generate test folder. And let's update it a little bit. Clean up dp clean up. Okay, possibly I will move this. I will move this to the database utils. Okay. Test on test file, file utils, get test folder. Okay. Okay. We'll do like this. So I don't need it anymore. And it looks cleaner now. Possibly I can make it private. Okay. So if clear up and exit. Okay, and okay, so I will move this in here. And exit test folder name, and okay, it will be test folder. Okay. So what I will do, database, okay, and I will clean up on exit. We'll do it like this. Okay, let's see. Will it work or fail again? It failed. Okay, so cleanup is inside the other process. Okay, so it comes from the other module. Test database utils. Okay, interesting. So we generate test folder. Get test folder. Okay. Start it. And let's see. It's our core test file utils. access, but file rm file rm ref test folder name. I have an idea how to check how it will work. Okay, let's start our Phoenix server. phx. Okay, I've started it. Process, where is Elixir home repo? Okay, the ID will be okay. We have a PD of our repo, and what I will do, I will go to the data folder and drop the file. Let's see again. Okay, interesting. Do you have this file? Let's remove all the files. Access home repos. Okay. Okay. And what about file? Interesting. Really interesting. Where is our test? Here is our test. We're trying to stop. No process, and there is no process. And okay, service settings test. Okay, we try to stop our repo, but there is no repo. Interesting. We'll add this again, and then have test database utils. Stop. Okay, I will inspect repo. Let's add some label, and the event will be running the test again. Okay. So test service before this, it's 669. Okay, 669, and there is no such process. Okay, I see. I see. Possibly it's not here at all. Or not. Let's move to our data case and remove the thing at all. Okay, it didn't help. So, who stops our server? Who stops our application? Let me check our configuration. Config, it's for test. Let's remove this pool at all. Okay, removed it. Okay, 40 files, compiling them. Okay, so it fails. Okay, I don't need that pool for now. Let's move to our data case. And this means that we don't need this thing. And then and test helper 2. And test helper 2. Okay. And now unused alias sandbox. Okay. Where is this? We have a data case, and there is no need to use a sandbox here. I'm not sure who stops our database. Why is it stopped? We have put dynamic repo thing. Try again to get into callback. Okay, okay, I'm able to do this. And oh, I see the database config. Okay, repo. What is repo? Okay, we have this, and file this, pass your name, the UDB file. UDB file. Okay. So we have a directory here. Okay. Interesting. Process live repo. Okay. Our repo is not alive. Repo query. Query. Okay. Now select. Interesting. Who did close our let me check. Let me check this. Okay, so we start in link, and when our process dies, the database dies too. Okay, so this means that I don't need this anymore, and that is fine. So we have the other process. Let's check this. And process will be self. Okay, let's run it again. Okay, ASDF is this page. Process alive. ASDF. Okay. It is not alive, so it brought down all its children that were linked together with our repo. Okay, and that is very nice. So our repo is not alive too. Okay, I don't need this anymore. It is very, very nice. I like it. So, auto cleanup. That is database. Okay, let's see. Tests pass. Okay, some did not pass. Why? Where is it? Home page test. Not much. Where do we use a database? Service clock test. I see. So I will need to borrow something from our data case. Okay. We'll borrow this to our con case too. Okay. Let's run our tests and okay. Cannot invoke sandbox operation because of this. Okay. And now, sure, deleting this. Yes. And each test runs successfully. Copy database files to temporary folder. Done. Start dynamic repo for each test. Done. Force tests to use a dynamic repo. Not. Customize dynamic repo. I'm not sure. What does it mean? So possibly it's done too. Okay. Test mode trigger, refactor file utils. Let's look at those file utils. Test file utils. Okay, refactored them during the implementation. Okay. So force tests to use a dynamic repo. Okay, test mode trigger, async tests. Okay. I think I will just git export not. We'll just run this. See. Okay. Git commit. Test database utils. Test database utils. Here we have it. Real doc with this file. And then database. It's difficult to write something creative inside the documentation. So what is this module? Starts database instance test. Okay, let's make it like this, and let's add this file. Git commit. Okay, so start and database repo call each. Okay, let's push it. So let's force a test. Let's force tests to use a dynamic repo. How will we do it? Let's look at our repo. We have repo here, and it uses vector repo underneath. I have already researched how to do this and get dynamic repo. So what we have here? We have get dynamic repo. Get dynamic. We have get dynamic repo thing. Okay. We have this thing here. Okay, so we have a get dynamic repo function. It is inlined with the compiler, and as you see, it's almost everywhere. So this thing works like this. So we're using get dynamic repo everywhere. So what is going on inside get dynamic repo? We getting we are using process dictionary for this. This is a key and it's a default value. Okay, and we put dynamic repo like this. Okay, so let's overwrite those functions. Let's override them. We have our repo. Therefore, readable. So what's going on? We are using this file. Okay, we use when we use it, we just import all this code to our file. It's quite long file. So we import in all this to our file. And what I want to do, I want to make a def variable create a dynamic repo 0. Okay, and put let's see how to make it def variable. Okay, makes given functions in the current module overridable. Okay, an overridable function is lazily defined, allowing to override it. Macros, and so on. And so on. Okay. Def overridable. Okay, dynamic repo 0 and put repo 1. Okay, when I will do this, only when I have some extra configuration variable. Config config Elixir Home repo hook module. Okay, Elixir Home test hooks. Where is it? We have hooks here and repo x. Okay, let's open it. This module test hooks repo. Okay. 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 If repo repo hook. Let's see again. We have some hooks inside our test. We have to resizing this. Hook module. Okay, hook module. Let's make it like this. It will be application get end, not this, but repo. Hook module. Okay, if module do and it dynamic repo. Dynamic repo. Okay. What it will do? It will module get okay, and put dynamic repo. Put module dynamic repo. Okay. Complains that our module doesn't have get dynamic repo or put dynamic repo thing. Let's fix this. Okay, like this, get dynamic repo. And access home test registry put do we need put config at all? Put config. Let's just remove this. And it will make our test fail. So put module and okay, it will be put dynamic repo. So we'll put it to this and get dynamic repo. Okay, instead of this, we'll do this. Let's format our file. Okay. Okay. Test registry get config is inside file utils. Test file utils. Get module, and instead of this, we'll just put module and so on. Let's try running tests again. Okay, info. Okay. So our application is not started yet. Okay. Our sync is not started yet. And then so This means that our migration is not available, is not able to run anything. Okay, let's fix this. Let's stage those changes. What I need to do, I need to update this. Why it complains? Why? I have already defined it. Okay. It's happy now. Let's try using this thing. Okay. Where am I? Okay, we are inside a migrator. This, where is, and home, test, register. Okay, it's not started. If process, okay, process, let's try using not values but life. Okay, okay. If process where is access home test registry and okay, else what I will do, I will just call a super. Okay, and something similar, and I will do something similar. Okay, we'll do something similar here. Not get and not put dynamic web. And just copy paste it. Let's clean up everything. So it should work. No? Okay. Super this super repo. Okay. Let's remove a trace thing. Okay. It's almost a second for 38 tests. Not each test is async. And what if we just this out? And this too. Let's see the difference in our speed. It's just the same. Interesting. And if I remove test database utils, test db utils, where is it? Inside a con case. Okay. If I remove the thing, I mean copy in everything and so on. Okay, it helped us to save 10th part of a second. Okay. Okay, we have slightly faster tests without this. Okay. Process where is. Let's replace this with module. Let's name it like this. Module test started. It will fail. Def test started and it will return. Okay. Let's make it like this. Yeah, I should add question mark here. Another typo fixed. Interesting. Okay. This will stop to work or may will okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. I think con case, data case, and where is my repo? Okay, it's here. Okay, do this, do this, else, super. Let's format our file. Waiting for waiting for extra coverage. Okay. And test started. What I will do, and process and persistent term get okay, and let's do it like this. Test. I think I will just do something like access process where is access home test registry. Okay. Okay, let's check this. Have a test helper here. Let's add some debugger here. Okay, and access home test to books repo test started. Okay, tests are not started. Here the tests are not started yet. And let's see. For example, here we'll start with trace option. Just to have one test anytime. And access home. Okay. Test started. Access home. Test registry. We have a test registry, child spec. Okay. Let's just add a new function. Started do process where is module. Okay, and back. What I will do with this thing? Need to okay. started and will return boolean value. Okay, interesting. Will the Elixir warn about this? Registry. Okay. How to convert to boolean? To okay. Okay, double exclamation mark. Okay. Let's do this. And the Elixir is happy. Compile. Started. Okay, it is started. And let's see. We have a data case. Test file. It's yeah, no, inside our hooks repo. No, repo. Okay, here. So I will do registry start. So spec test started and boolean value. It depends on boolean value. I see. Okay, let's run our tests. Test by test. Okay. Access home. Test registry started. Okay. These are right. Oh. Everything. Okay. What is this? Okay, I don't need this thing. Okay. Okay. Let's run our tests without trace modifier. And it runs again. Let's see. We have application not covered. Okay. Access home web not covered yet. Online is not covered. Okay. Service preview. Interesting. Why it is not covered? Okay, router. Error helpers not covered yet. Okay, channel case. I'm not sure that we will be using channels. Okay, data case is not covered. 3 lines. Where? Data case. 3 lines. Okay. This function, we don't use it anywhere right now. But that's okay. Channel case, cron case, and And that's all. So let's see. And then let's create some tracing. You inspect tests started. Okay. So we have this thing, and it will run when our tests are started. Let's look at our repo, and I will inspect module started. That started. Label will be self. Okay. Let's run our tests. This. I see. I see. So what I need here is to inspect with some options. Let's run them again. So we are trying to connect to the database 3 times from the process before the test started. Next we start on text test. Okay, it's very evil process ID. Okay. Yeah. So, and after it, the tests are started. Okay, I'm glad that it works. I will remove this thing too. Let's run the tests again. Okay. We have first tests to use a dynamic repo. Stage changes, already this would commit. Okay, the laser should be happy. We will have some formatting errors and credo issues too. No? Oh. Interesting. Do we have a module doc here? Let's see. Interesting. Let's add module doc here. So books for testing. This file it commit. And then what's going on here? And for to use dynamic repo, dynamic repo for each git push this. Test mode trigger. So instead of this, I'm just checking that our test registry started. Oh yeah, I can think that it is done. I'm glad that it works. Okay, and so that means that we are running asynchronous tests for Ecto SQLite. Each test has its own database, and I'm quite happy with it. Of course, we have some slight performance degradation with this config, so instead of it could run faster. Okay, but I think it's better to be able to run every test in async mode. Okay. Possibly I will replace something with testing whether the tests are started, but okay. Possibly I will need to check how it works. cd and tmp xs home test. Okay. Okay, xs home test cd do we have before all or after all? X unit after all. After all. We have a setup. Setup all. Okay. We have one exit, graph, and it's only for a test setup block. Before each test defines each test before all tests in the case. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to delete some test. Okay, run, ref. Okay, let's cd ref. Okay, tmp. And then what I want to do here is to check our database. Let's see, we have npv, no, we have a test, access home, service, but service settings test. Okay, we have created some file here. Okay, let's run those tests. Okay, and access home test file test file utils. Okay, get test folder. Get test folder. It's here. Let's press. Okay, we'll copy this and we'll move to this folder. Okay, let's database list. So SQL install SQLite 3. SQLite 3 and okay. This. Okay, we have it like this, and tables. Okay, select everything from settings. Okay, so we have actually put some data to this, and binding. So 682 747 747. Okay, it's just the same value. We have a binary ID and so on. Okay, so we're actually using this file. Okay. And I'm glad that it works. Okay. So yeah, it was rather interesting day today in terms of accomplishment. And, yeah. So I'm glad that we were able to use all these things to implement this, and I think it will be more easy to add more features, add more tests, and we'll use just the same API like an application itself. So I will not need to add some mocks or something like that. So I will just use another database instance for each test. I think it's very nice feature to have. So I'm glad that this is done. Plan to continue working on those features and extra features tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.